We're so often told that happiness is this big, complicated goal we have to chase. But what if it's already here? What if it's just kind of hidden in the small moments of our day? So today, we're going to dive into some beautifully simple habits that can turn your daily routine into a real source of joy. So, let's start with the big question. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed by life's demands, isn't it? We're always looking for that next big thing to make us happy. The promotion, the vacation, the new car. But what if we're looking in the wrong place entirely? This quote just hits the nail on the head. See, happiness isn't some far-off destination you have to arrive at. It's more like a collection of small, intentional moments that we can create and appreciate every single day. The real trick is just learning how to see them. So let's break that down, shall we? All right, let's start at the very beginning. How you kick off your morning can literally set the emotional tone for your entire day. And it's not about these grand gestures, but simple, mindful actions. Okay, I love how simple this is. Before you even get out of bed, the first habit is all in your head. Just opening your eyes, maybe cracking a little smile, and deciding, you know what, today's a good day. It's such a tiny shift, but there's actual science here. It's called the facial feedback hypothesis. The physical act of smiling can literally trick your brain into feeling more positive. How cool is that? And that positive mindset just builds with this next step. This isn't about rushing. It's about carving out just a few quiet minutes for yourself, making that coffee, sitting by a window, and just watching the world wake up. It's this really gentle way to let your brain come online without that immediate stress of phone notifications blasting you first thing. And it's not just about the caffeine, right? It's the whole sensory experience. The warmth of the mug in your hands, that comforting smell that just fills the whole house. Those little details, they create a feeling of coziness and safety, and that is such a powerful way to begin your day. Of course, finding simple joy is also about avoiding simple miseries. And come on, we have all been there. Being hangry is a very, very real thing. Starting your day with a decent breakfast is a simple act of self-care that keeps up not only your energy, but your emotional stability too. This number right here is so powerful. It's a reminder that you do not need an intense hour-long session at the gym. Just 20 minutes of simple movement, like a walk. That's enough to clear your mind, get the blood flowing, and release those endorphins that make you feel strong. The best part? That is accessible to pretty much everyone. Okay, so you've started your day off right. Awesome. But how do you carry that good feeling through the chaos of work, chores, and everything else in between? Let's look at some midday strategies. It is so easy to just get lost in our own heads during the day, isn't it? Just kind of buried in our to-do lists. But this simple act of acknowledging other people, a neighbor, a coworker, the person at the coffee shop, it's such a powerful tool. It breaks down these invisible barriers and makes the world feel just a little bit friendlier. And here's that idea in action. This little exchange, it isn't just about being polite. It's a real moment of human connection. And get this, even these tiny positive interactions can release a bit of oxytocin, that's the bonding hormone, which actually helps reduce stress. It costs nothing, but the return on investment is huge. Right, so when that pressure starts to build, the solution doesn't have to be complicated. Think of these as your mini resets. Taking a single, conscious, deep breath, that actually activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's calm down button. They're just simple little tools to have ready for when you need them most. Now, this is such a clever idea. Some people call it habit stacking. You take a task you don't really enjoy, and you pair it with something you absolutely love. And all of a sudden, washing dishes isn't a chore, it's a private concert where you're the rock star. It completely reframes the mundane and injects joy right where you least expect it. This right here is a huge takeaway. Whether it's learning something new, exercising, or reading, consistency is everything. I love the analogy here. You water a plant a little bit each day to help it grow, right? It's those small, daily efforts that compound and lead to major progress over time. Connection is this fundamental human need, but it doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. A quick 5-minute call, a silly text. These small gestures are like the daily maintenance that keeps our relationships strong. They're just little reminders to the people in your life that, hey, you're thinking of them. And now we get to the final part of the day. How you end it is just as important as how you start. This is all about intentionally disconnecting from the day's stress and shifting into a state of peace. Okay, let's be real, this is a tough one for pretty much everyone. Our phones are literally designed to keep us hooked with this constant stream of information and drama. But making a conscious choice to put the phone away is maybe the single most important step in creating a peaceful evening. And look, the difference is just, it's night and day, isn't it? Keeping your phone by your bed invites stress, and the blue light actively messes with your body's ability to produce melatonin for sleep. But putting it away, even just in another room, creates this little sanctuary where your mind can finally quiet down. The choice seems pretty obvious when you see it like that. I just love this description. It perfectly captures that feeling. A warm shower isn't just about getting clean. It's a physical ritual. It signals to your body that the day is over. It relaxes your muscles, and it literally washes away the stress. And this is the final and maybe the most powerful habit of all. Before you fall asleep, you intentionally shift your focus. Our brains have this thing called a negativity bias. We naturally hone in on what went wrong. A gratitude practice actively fights back against that. By finding 3 small good things, you're literally retraining your brain to see the good in your life, ending your day on a genuine note of peace. So, after going through a full day of these simple habits, what's the big picture? Well, it's that happiness isn't something that just happens to you. It's actually a series of small conscious choices that you get to make every single day. So here it is. This is not some complicated, overwhelming formula. It's a simple list of choices. Think of it like a menu of joy, and you don't have to do all of them. Just pick one. Pick one that feels right for you, and just start there. And that brings us to the final and most important thought. Because this isn't just about listening, it's about doing. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. Look back on your day so far. What is one small, simple thing that brought you a moment of joy? Acknowledge it, appreciate it, and maybe, just maybe, do it again tomorrow.